Hola! It's Wednesday night, and you know what that means. Tell them, Canada Dry.
It's time for DAD. It's Dynamite After Dark, baby.
Hit it, Zach. Kaboom! It's Wednesday night. I am, of course, the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. I am the JFB, James from Boston.
And why do you look like Willie Nelson in that intro?
Bro, we all look different. Like, Graham don't have a beard. I look 8 years younger.
And your ears are cut off in most of the photos.
I noticed that too.
Of course, the patron saint of professional wrestling. I'm that gingered up, bubbly son of a bitch. My name is Canada Dry.
You shaved, buddy.
I also got a haircut.
Oh my God.
I don't like it though. So.
Oh my God, you really got a Homelander cut.
I'm Homelander.
You are.
I think
if you piss me off, fire will come out of my eyes.
I don't think you gotta piss you off. All you gotta do is slightly annoy Homelander, and he just snaps off, right?
I think, in all honesty, for a Halloween episode, you should dress up as Homelander.
Can I be Soldier Boy?
Hell yeah!
Yes.
It has to be a Canadian version of Homelander.
Okay, what would be a Canadian version? Wasn't there one in the Marvel comics though? There was like a dude that was part of like Weapon X or something when Logan's original team.
Yeah,
Alpha something.
Alpha Flight. That's the one.
Puck. How can you forget Puck?
Technically Wolverine's Canadian too. So
that's true. That badass mother, he is from Canada. So we are, of course, the fearsome foursome, if you will, a professional wrestling podcast. We are joined by Trey J. Sal. Say hey, how you doing?
You guys, I was really going through some things, and I was really trying to figure out, like, I really tried to find myself, right?
Okay.
And I wasn't able to do that in the span of a week. But I did find this.
Nice.
Bruh, it's a shiny version, too. Like, where in the world is Carmen Sandiego? Like, who else? Like, that is, like, the greatest, like,
that's what you came up with in a week?
Yes.
All I came up was mustard. That's all I came up with.
Dang it. I needed ketchup, man. Ketchup. Oh, this is hilarious. But I got to tell you guys, it's been great. I missed you guys last week, but I did catch the show. And you guys do a fantastic job. But I always feel like when I'm not there, something's missing.
Yeah.
So,
glad you're here.
I love it. I love you guys.
We love you. And, of course, we are joined by the fourth. He is, of course, GM Joe. We're talking about
GM Joe.
What is up, guys? and everyone out there in YouTube land, don't be shocked. The four of us are finally back together. No need to change the dial or anything.
Oh, yeah.
GM Joe.
The prophecy is fulfilled.
Yes. And I will say, Canada Dry, you turning that hat around, you look like 10 years younger.
Oh, my God. He looks like a catcher right now. That's what he looks like. He looks like a catcher.
No, don't do that.
Oh, no. Mm-mm.
You ruined it.
You gonna have the cancel club on us.
We're joined by Justin, the Laughatron 5000.
What's up,
Justin? What's up?
We got Nama Burns. He's in us. Good evening.
Serena.
What's up, Nama Burns? What's
We
up?
got Yaka Sasaki. Good morning, Canada Dry is looking mighty fine. I think you gotta.
What's with these Japanese girls?
She said that before you turned the hat around, just to let you know.
Yep. Once the hat turned around, it was gone.
Okay, Sakazaki, should I keep the hat forward?
Hell yeah. No, keep it turned.
No, keep it backwards, man. Keep it backwards.
Keep it turned.
That's up to Sakazaki, not you.
Dang it, man. I like making decisions.
And we are joined. Nama Burns says, I never thought I would see the day someone found her. I watch that show on PBS all the time, just hoping for it. I mean, you know, and Ayaka Sasaki says, turn.
All right. In honor of Ayaka Sasaki, I have this Pikachu.
Pikachu! I choose you, Pikachu.
I love showing off my Funko Pops. It's like the most fun thing in the world. I don't even know why. I don't even know what I'm going to do with them all.
Create a giant, huge robot made of nothing but pop figures.
You know what? I may do that. I have the wall space. I want just like a Funko Kaiju.
I love
It needs to have its own name though, like Devastator did, kind of thing. It's its own name once it's built.
You're right.
Man,
I like it.
Popbot.
Doesn't have that gritty feel to it. Sorry, I'm Popeye. I'm here to kill you.
No, Popbot is actually a failed experiment from the time like we tried to bring my grandfather back to life. It did not go well. Did not go well.
And now he's terrorizing neighborhoods. And
Bro, we've all just disowned him, and so now he's somebody else's Popbot.
Yes.
We got Noob in the house.
What is up, my Noob Meister?
Going on, Noob?
Man, tonight was Fight for the Fallen. It was from Nashville, Tennessee. Was the JFB there? No, he was in Atlanta, but he drove as fast as he could to get here to watch AEW and do Dynamite after dark. And we start off with a bang. Not a whimper, but a bang. Orange Cassidy, Wheeler Yuta. Here are some of my notes. Is there anyone right now better than Orange Cassidy? I mean, 29 straight wins, title defenses. I don't think there's anybody there. But why? Tony Khan, I got a beef to pick with you. I got a bone to pick with you, my friend, and it is simply this. Why is the champion coming out first? James from Boston, old school. Champ comes out last. I'm just saying.
I don't think so in this instance. I will tell you why
whatever Wheeler is selling, I'm buying because that kid has been freaking amazing over the last 4 or 5 months. Since he joined BCC, this kid is just casting checks. I love it. Orange comes out swinging early. Then he went for the orange punch right away. They're killing each other for our entertainment. Everybody in Nashville got a dose of why Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta works. Okay. Wheeler is in charge during the picture-in-picture. Great PK from Orange Cassidy. Like, he got a little aggressive during this match. Here comes the rest of the BCC. Oh, my God, the JFB. Shocked. Could not believe the BCC showed up. And then the shenanigans happen. But then best friends come out. That's not enough. Lucha Brothers come out. That's not enough. Who else are you going to bring out? The Mad King, Eddie Kingston, returning from Japan, returning from Tokyo from the G1 Climax, cleaning house. Well, he's not really cleaning house. He went right after Claudio. He just beat the hell out of Claudio. I love it. We have now an official match for All In. It is going to be Stadium Stampede. It's going to be Best Friends, Lucha Bros, Eddie Kingston, Orange Cassidy versus BCC, and whoever the hell they can hire
I wonder who their partners are going to be.
You said Orange Cassidy twice in that sentence because you said
there's two
friends.
of them.
You said best friends and Orange Cassidy. You say, wait a minute, now there's 2 Orange Cassidys in this.
Orange
One
Cassidy
is a grape flavored.
Yeah, Orange Cassidy is going to go to Canada where cloning is legal.
Yep.
He's going to clone himself. And then that copy is going to make a copy, and they're going to go ahead and eat a dolphin. That's all I'm saying. That's multiplicity, people. That's the entire movie.
Hey, Steve.
Hey, Steve.
You know what's crazy about Orange Cassidy? That guy's a year older than Roman Reigns.
Really?
Yes. He is a year older than Roman Reigns.
I'm sorry to say this, but guess what? He's doing it way better than Reigns is right now.
I'm just saying, like, who has the better Superman punch? Clearly, Orange Cassidy does.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's not really a fair comparison because Roman really doesn't wrestle that much.
That's true.
All right, who's going first, JFB?
Canada Dry, you go first.
Exactly.
All right, so I want to address what you said earlier. The reason why Orange Cassidy is coming out first is because it's a big deal to start the show with Orange Cassidy.
It is.
That's all. It's the only reason he's coming out first. It says you start the show with Orange Cassidy, and that's that. I think that gets a pass.
Okay.
You give it a pass with that?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I'll allow it this time.
Yeah, this was a really, really good match. Like I'm not a Wheeler Yuta fan, but Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta together, that's a good combination.
Freaking gold.
Yeah. Bad. Sorry, I'm trying to be a better person here. So, Hot Take Cade said that Claudio should be the one to beat Orange Cassidy. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be a better person here. I can't say you're a bad take, Cade, again, but that's a bad take.
Yeah, that was a pretty bad take.
Calling a bad take doesn't make you a worse person.
I know, but I don't want to give him that moniker. You know what I'm saying? But
then you're lying to him, and that's not good.
That's true, but I don't want to give him that moniker and stick him with that again. You know?
Well, how is he going to learn?
By one of you guys telling him.
Shit, I'm going to say it. It's a bad take.
Okay.
Chaos comes down.
I do like Claudio's new look with the whole like MMA style look. Oh, yeah. It works for him.
Yeah. I want to ask a quick question before someone else goes.
Go ahead.
At this point, do you think you could put the world title on Orange Cassidy?
Absolutely.
Right now, tomorrow, you could put the title.
No, not tomorrow. I don't think you could do it.
I think you could.
I think you could. I think you could.
I don't think you can because I just can't see him beating MJF right now. Like, I feel like I would love the back and forth between them because MJF will be like yelling his heart out and Orange Cassidy will be like, whatever. Yeah. But I don't think it's the time yet. I think whoever's next after MJF, that's the person that Orange Cassidy should beat.
It's this,
but Orange Cassidy will be world champion. I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that he should be. He deserves it.
I don't think you could right away because I think after everything we've had with MJF, I think the fans would really turn on.
No, but I'm saying this is a situation. There's an emergency. You got to put a belt on someone.
Yeah.
Orange Cassidy tomorrow wouldn't be a bad choice.
Yes. Okay, that situation, yes.
Yes, that's fine. Yes.
Yeah.
The final boss of AFW. Your thoughts on this match?
I mean, this match right here is there's no better way to start off a show like this. Yeah. You know, you have a fight for the fallen. These are people who have been, hurt by, you're trying to support wildfires and stuff like that. So you got to bring out the coolest guy in the room.
Yeah.
And Orange Cassidy has yet to disappoint us. Like, when's the last time we can honestly say, you know what? I've been disappointed by Orange Cassidy. It doesn't happen.
Oh,
when's the last time Orange Cassidy's had a bad match? And the fact that he's selling this long-term story is just incredible as a whole.
Yeah.
The Orange Plus is becoming less effective. These other moves, he's having to figure out how to be creative. And we're playing up the whole, what was it? Wheeler Yuta learned the seatbelt from Orange Cassidy. Matter of fact, he used the seatbelt to beat Orange Cassidy X amount of months ago. These things are so great with this And those are the little things that make the match go. Also, I think what happens is the reason why Orange Cassidy comes out first is because he starts walking. And if he stops at any point in time, like it has to be a continuous stroll to the ring, because if he stops, he's just not going out there.
Yeah.
Too much work.
He's going to curl up and take a nap.
Yeah.
GM Joe, your thoughts?
Yeah, this is a great way to start off the show. I mean, Orange Cassidy's song always gets a pop. It just lights everyone up. I don't know if any of you have ever been to a live AEW show before. I've been to 2 of them.
Yeah. And
usually OC starts, and it's right because everyone just jumps up and really gets the energy going.
Mm-hmm.
I love Wheeler Yuta. I know Canada Dry isn't a fan of him, but I've liked him since I'm a fan of him as a wrestler. Yeah. I want him to get some more time on the mic, which will come eventually. I have no doubt. But I want to bring up something. Everyone's talking about who's going to be the 3 teammates for BCC.
Yeah.
I think Shota Umino from New Japan is going to be one.
Okay.
But I have kind of a wild card that no one said, and hear me out. Daniel Garcia.
Ooh.
He just left the Jericho Appreciation Society. You could have Bryan Danielson reach out to him next week and be like, hey, we see this potential. And you said it before, I'm your favorite wrestler. Come learn from me. We need help against these guys.
Yeah. That's not if they can get rid of that stupid dancing gimmick, it's like a cross.
That would exactly. And what else would BCC do but sit there? Like, I would love to see vignettes of them like training and having Daniel Garcia start dancing.
They have to
slapped or something like
that.
They'd
have to deprogram him of everything Jericho taught him with the dance. He's like, no.
Yeah, being a sports entertainer. Yeah.
Moxley slaps the shit out of him. He's like, shut up. Stop that freaking dancing. You big
it takes like weeks to stop dancing.
I just wish we had like more time between now and All In when this match happens to really flush it out. But that doesn't even happens.
Nama Burns says Daniel Garcia, El Desperado, Shota Umino.
Shota Umino.
Yeah, Umino. Could you go with any?
But you kind of wonder Daniel Garcia how he plays into the Jericho thing.
Yeah, that's gonna be interesting because we'll bring that up. As well.
He tweeted out as he was getting beat down. He just tweeted out a shoulder shrug emoji like this.
Yeah.
So.
So after the match, we go to Daly's place. And who's there? My God, it's JR, and he's sitting down with
old JR.
Here's the backstory. Uncle Larry and Uncle Don. I love it. I love the little backstory that they created to kind of tie all this together. Like, he's not really my friend. He's my Uncle Larry's friend, Uncle Don and Uncle Larry. Omega went through this really crazy thing, and the only thing that came to my mind that I thought was humorous was you can pick your friends, you can pick your nose, but you can't pick your friend's nose. Like, that would have been a lot.
What does Hugh Morris have to do with this? I want to
know. Uncle Don comes out. The Bang Bang Gang comes out. They attack Omega. Oh, man. Let's go with the final boss. Your thoughts on this little promo segment?
It's really good to set up a match that had been rumored going into this going into this week. We can't give away Takeshita and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
Yet.
Yeah.
And if you give it away at All In, you have nothing for All Out.
Yeah.
And I'm not even sure if All Out's even the right place for it. Yeah. But you definitely want to keep them relevant. Takeshita has been presented in a very interesting way. And I don't even know if it's necessarily the best way they could have presented him, but he's being surrounded by the right people.
Yeah.
And you can't take that away from him. And it's like, he does have good skills. He does have that. And Kenny Omega put him over really well in this interview.
Yeah.
And so I definitely enjoyed this part of the promo segment.
Yeah.
We'll get to the part that I didn't like in just a moment.
Yeah. Golden Graham, your turn.
First off, I want to say I called this beatdown last week on Dynamite After Dark. I said it was going to happen. But But I think the thing that I will remember most from this is Omega sitting there saying, like, I took my vitamins and then these little vials, which clearly he's insinuating he's taking steroids, and they cut to JR, and that face that he makes is gold. Like, he's like, I can't believe you just admitted to doing steroids on national TV.
Yeah.
I didn't do it, brother.
I only took him to help fix my leg.
Brother.
Oh, Canada Dry, your thoughts on the segment?
I love JR in this.
Yeah.
This is the perfect role for JR.
Yes, it is.
We don't see this senile old man try to do commentary. We just see a guy interviewing his friend, which is cool.
Yeah.
I also think like that little vial thing that was gold. And we're not talking about the beatdown.
Yeah, let's talk about the
we're talking about the beatdown. I'm talking about the after the beatdown when there was a guy in front of an ambulance holding a beer.
We'll get to that.
Yeah,
we'll complain about that later.
The beatdown, they could have used a few more minutes for that because it seemed a little rushed.
Yeah, you would think that the part that came right afterwards, where the guy literally buried the beatdown, it's kind of a rough situation there.
Oh, you're not kidding. Let's talk about that because we get Adam Page in a facsimile thereof of
the peg holder, peg warmer.
Peg warmer.
Peg warmer. Hey, it's another crappy Page promo. So we learned that we have another match for All In. I am like giddy like a schoolgirl because All In is going to be freaking amazing. Yes. Kota Ibushi, Hangman Page, Omega versus Bullet Club Gold and Takeshita.
JP, you know what I'm more excited about than All In?
What's that?
The All In Wrestling show right after All In.
Yeah, called
that's good.
All In After Dark, my friend.
Well, I'm not really
middle of the afternoon.
I'm about to say it's not going to be after dark. It's going to be all in the afternoon.
Afternoon after dark.
We'll call it an All In afternoon.
Afternoon before dark.
Yes. And then of course,
Canada, are you going to be able to get up in time to watch All In?
10 a.m.
Yeah, it's a Sunday. You ain't gonna be sleeping in or anything? I mean,
no. I'm getting ready to do the show normally, so I'm pretty sure I can watch it.
And we find out that Hangman Page is back on the juice. That's right. The ambulance driver comes out and says, "You can't drink here. It's a hospital." He guzzles down. You know what? It's not beer. Okay, this was probably like a Topo Chico seltzer. Like. It was like a Vizzy seltzer.
But isn't that the douche move that someone does when someone says you can't do this?
Golden Graham, your thoughts on the Hangman Page promo?
I mean, they could have not shot it in front of a warehouse door to make it look a little more like a hospital, maybe.
Oh yeah, they could have the door open.
They had the hospital. They had the warehouse door shut like it was like they put Kenny Omega in the freight elevator. He got beaten down so bad.
So that's all they could do.
But I mean, I found it kind of funny because Hangman Page isn't going to be the one to pour out a beer. Like he's just not going to waste it. So,
what action figure are we googling, Nama Burns?
So he says Hangman Page was portraying the action figure CM Punk was talking about.
So he was just a kayfabing it, right?
He was just kayfabing it, yeah. Canada Dry, your thoughts on the segment?
I think he was a douche for drinking the beer when the guy asked him. Like, I'd be pissed if I was that guy. Like, we encounter stuff like that sometime in our workplaces, and we were like, "Can you please go do this somewhere else?" And if they did that, I'd be pissed.
JJ, your thoughts, my friend?
Okay, I had my choice of watching this or painting something and watching that dry, and I honestly chose wrong.
You should have gone with the paint dry.
I should have gone with the paint dry. I mean, at least Yeah, I don't know. At least my pink's not douchey. Like, I don't know. Like, I cannot with this guy. And it was almost like he really played it off. Like he said, "Yeah, we're gonna have a trios match. Me and Kenny Omega's 2 favorite tag partners." It's just like, did you just sidekick yourself? Like, then he like buries the beatdown. He said, first of all, if you're gonna beat down somebody, first you gotta finish it. Secondly, you gotta make it last longer than 2 minutes. I'm like, I ain't really think about that, but I mean,
yeah, he sold the beatdown.
But I'm just saying, like a boxing match can end in less than 2 minutes.
Yeah. Mike Tyson's knocked out guys in 30 seconds or less.
Yeah, that UFC fight that I just watched like 2 weeks ago. Like that girl was out in like 2 minutes. Like she broke her arm.
Yeah. I've seen 8-second knockouts in the UFC. So
that's what I'm saying. Like a beatdown doesn't have to be long. It has to be effective. Like
WrestleMania 1, King Kong Bundy, Special Delivery Jones, 16 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
I already said my thoughts.
Oh, okay.
That's first.
That's
You
right.
first.
Wake up, JFD. Uncle Don's in the ring. He introduces Jericho. Jericho comes out. He talked about last week how it crushed his soul to leave the Jericho Appreciation Society. And he didn't join factions. He creates them. But he has come out and said, I am going to be a part of the family. He's joining Don Callis. And then Don Callis says, hey, you know what? Let's drink Broadway dry and beat up a bunch of rednecks. Let me paint you a picture of Broadway, especially lower Broadway, where there's no traffic. It's just wall-to-wall people walking around to honky tonks.
Mm-hmm.
It's a freaking madhouse. I don't even go downtown because I don't want to deal with the stupidity of walking down Broadway with woo girls and bachelorette parties and guys in pedal taverns. I don't want to do that.
Girls.
I don't even know what that last thing was.
So there's this thing, and you pedal and drink.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
That sounds
Like, is it like a bar?
It's like a big bar with wheels, and you sit there and you pedal it like a bike, and you go down the street and you just drink. It's like
That sounds like a terrible idea.
I don't
Oh,
trust
yeah. It's not pleasant. Between that and tractor rides, like literally, like if you could be any more douchey.
So do the pedal taverns ever just like crash because people are drunk?
No, but they just snarl traffic. That's all they do because they go like 5 miles an hour. And she's just like, why? I want to go home. Oh God. So Callis has this painting and it's covered by a sheet. And Jericho goes, is that another painting for me? I'm going to hang it in my house. And Callis is like, nah, don't look at it. It's not worth it. Jericho takes off the cover. It is Don Callis holding the decapitated head of Chris Jericho. He then proceeds to call him an egomaniac. Uncle Don can't win, man. That I feel bad for that cat. Jericho tries to take on Takeshita, and he's blindsided by Ospreay. And then Callis crowns Jericho, and then Sammy runs in for the save. Oh, God, Canada Dry, what did you think of this segment?
I really liked this thing. It was fun. It was convoluted, but it was still fun. Like, who makes a painting of someone holding your head when you're asking someone to join your faction? Just in case they say no, I'm going to have this painting to show them.
That's what I'm going to do.
Convoluted and just like you have to be a bit of a maniac to do something like that.
You gotta be the kind of person that would give vials to a child.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. But yeah,
Oh my God.
this was really good. I enjoyed it. I think you could have done it a different way and have Jericho say no.
Yeah.
And then the attack, maybe. less convoluted that way.
I want that painting. I really want it. I want it.
Well, it's broken on Jericho's head now.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure AEW, listen, Tony Khan, if you're listening, you want a marketing idea and a merchandise idea, make that painting available for purchase at shopaew.com. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Should probably put that on PWTs. So.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. I don't know if we really want to have conversations with Tony Khan. He seemed rather angry and agitated this episode.
We'll get
into that. That was funny.
I hope, like, you do realize, though, like, to piggyback on what I was saying earlier, though, that now you have this secondary option instead of putting Omega versus Takeshita at All Out. Now you can go with Ospreay and Takeshita versus Guevara and Jericho.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that'd be something pretty awesome.
Hell yeah!
Well, someone thinks you're hot too, there, JJ.
Yeah,
I'm glad. You know, as I get older, like I feel like I need that sense of like,
you need those compliments as you get older.
I do. Right? It makes me feel good. I feel validated. I feel validated. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Golden Graham, your turn.
Now with patriarchy, we need compliments from women.
Yeah.
Or men, even. I don't care.
I love getting compliments from men.
I'm an equal opportunist.
Yeah.
Equal opportunity complimenter.
Yeah. I'll take it from anywhere.
You gotta rate them E for everyone.
So I really enjoyed this segment. I think my favorite part is like they actually put effort into the painting. Like that painting looked really nice.
Yeah.
Like something that you could actually go and sell.
Well, all the Don Callis paintings actually look good.
Yeah.
It's like one of those, like, you put it in the AI generator. Give me a picture of Don Callis holding Chris Jericho's head, and that's exactly what will come out.
You know, some intern at AEW, Tony Khan's like, we need to come up with a poster, to a painting to put in the ring. And then some guy's like, oh, I'm going to use Midjourney and do some AI and pull out something. And sure enough, it's Don Callis with the scar, by the way, holding Jericho's head. Is perfection. Absolutely perfection.
One more thing before we move on.
Yeah.
Like, this rumor came out a couple weeks ago that it was going to be Jericho versus Ospreay and Allin. And my first initial thought was, I don't want to see this match.
Yeah.
But if we get this serious Jericho, and not the goofy sports entertainer Jericho, I think it'll be a great match.
I think it's going to be a fantastic freaking match.
But you notice whenever Jericho refutes something, it happens.
Yeah.
No way in hell. It's like, oh, you screwed up, Jericho.
We go to
better to say nothing.
Yeah. So we go to the FTW belt. Jack Perry recap. Perry is going to retire the FTW championship.
No, he's not.
Good Lord. He's not. Taz is going to jump in and he's going to make the save. Or Sandman's going to show up. Anybody from ECW. I mean, they're all.
Hook.
It's going to be Hook that shows back up.
It's going to be Hook that shows back up. So Chaos thinks Jericho can't keep up with Ospreay. I mean, here's the thing. Jericho is not on the same level as Will Ospreay. But Will Ospreay can change how he wrestles. He's like a freaking chameleon.
Yeah, that's a sign of a good wrestler. If you can wrestle with anyone and have a good match, that's when you know you're up there.
Yep. Absolutely. Absolutely. Chaos agrees. He thinks Hook's returning next week. That handsome devil Hook. Missed him. He's been gone for a couple weeks. Let's get to match number 2.
Maybe he'll get a haircut since he's been gone.
This is hilarious that we're just getting to match number 2.
Yeah, we're just getting to match number 2.
I sat there. I messaged Canada Dry. I was like, man, we're 45 minutes in, and it feels like a million things has happened tonight.
I ignored him. I didn't.
They're just plowing us full of information, like just all over the place. We get Darby Allin. We get Nick Wayne. And they are going against the Gates of Agony. Here are some of my notes. The Gates, bum rush, Allin and Wayne. And then here comes Swerve and AR Fox. They just relax. They just sit on the ramp watching the match. This kid is a freaking ingenue. Plain and simple. This kid is the future of professional wrestling. 18 years old, and he is wrestling like he's 40. It is unfreaking believable. Absolutely. So the Gates are in control during the picture-in-picture. Great hot tag by Darby. Like, I love that just diving through, making the hot tag. I really initially was not a fan of the Gates of Agony at first. They're growing on me. I am really, really excited to see what these guys can do. Sting comes out, not on the Jumbotron, in his Joker makeup. I love this Sting. Like,
Yes.
he kidnapped Prince Nana, and then he's like, nah, 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 nah. It was just like, and he's just like, I just want someone to talk to. And I
Come back, Prince Nana.
Yeah, come back, Prince Nana. Effing Golden Graham, your thoughts on the second match of the night?
I enjoy, like, it was just controlled chaos again. I love it. Like, that's just what you come to expect from a Darby Allin match.
Yeah.
And it's great because I love when you have this massive dynamic of two powerhouses versus your two cruiserweight high flyers. Like, they always work so well. They always tell great stories. It's just fun to watch. There was no downtime. It was just go, go, go.
Yeah, absolutely. My name is Canada Dry. Your turn.
Yeah, it was a good match. I enjoyed it. It was Gates Agony always showing that they have something.
Yeah.
The Sting promo at the end, that was enjoyable. I like the facial features, like the facial movements, even. Yeah. With getting the Joker look going. I liked it.
Yeah.
No one does Unhinged better than Sting.
Nobody.
And it's like a full change. Crow Sting is so silent. Joker Sting is so animated. And it was just like Sting lost 15 years just off of doing that.
Yeah. He looks like he looks like he did in WCW and he's in Impact. Like, he's got that youth to him.
Like, could you imagine if we had ever gotten Joker Sting in WCW?
Oh, God, that would have been freaking amazing.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that would have been freaking amazing. Like, MJF, Adam Cole, preparing for All In. So my question to you is this. Do you know why Australia lost to the England in the Women's World Cup semifinals? Because Australia did not go to Outback Steakhouse. That's right. MJF, Adam Cole at Outback Steakhouse. Blooming onions everywhere. They have a plan. And Adam Cole's plan, of course, is to watch Crocodile Dundee 1 and Crocodile Dundee 2. Oh, my God. And then MJF says, my secret weapon is the kangaroo kick. And starts doing kangaroo kicks. Which
gotta do this, Tippy.
Yeah, you gotta do it like this. You gotta do it like little kicks. This is just freaking comedy gold. It is just absolutely gold. And then this guy gets double clothesline into a kiddie pool. Yeah.
This is my favorite part, by the way.
Yeah. So Tony Khan starts yelling behind a closed door at MJF and Adam Cole about the double clothesline. You only do the double clothesline in the ring. You don't do it backstage. And then MJF says, well, you know what? He's going to have to pay. 2024, period. He's going to have to pay. Tony Khan rips the door open. He goes, did you say something? And he goes, oh, no. And Tony Khan goes, good. I'm looking forward to it. It was so great. You will never see Vince McMahon or Triple H do this. Tony Khan is on a god mode. He is on another level. Canada Dry.
The last time Vince tried to do that, he dropped the N-bomb.
Yes.
Yes. Outback Steakhouse.
Yeah.
Have you had the prime rib at the Outback Steakhouse?
I have not.
So good. Everything at Outback Steakhouse is good. This place is, it's great. But yeah, the bit about the I don't even know how you'd even do that. it even possible? Is it even like humanly possible to do it?
It's going to be like a drop kick.
It would have to be, but you can't land back on your own feet afterwards. Yeah. The Tony Khan, I wasn't sure it was even him. And then when he came out, I was like, it is. That's cool. I popped.
Yeah. I popped. I love Tony Khan, and I love what he's done and what he's bringing to fans of wrestling.
And mind you that people have been saying in the last week, Tony Khan needs to get hold of the AEW locker, and this was just mocking it and making fun of it.
Absolutely.
That's why it was so good.
Yep. Absolutely. Trey J, your thoughts?
Yeah. The double clothesline thing is still one of my favorite things.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they tease certain things, like the kangaroo kick is now just these guys can't do any wrong.
Yeah.
And as long as AEW recognizes that and keeps them together, like it's like they can't be the reason they break up.
Yeah.
It's almost like you keep seeing these hints, like when they got out of the, I'm jumping ahead, but I feel like when they got out of the car, it was like Roger Strong comes in there and he kicks a Ferrari. Like that's a cardinal sin. You never kick a Ferrari. Even if you get in a car accident, you don't kick the Ferrari. Like, but even then, throwing in the kingdom in there, it's like there are so many of these things that show that MJF might not be the one that turns heel.
Yeah.
Like there's so many of these little things that you've watched Adam Cole go back to what he's good with.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it was all good to get the babyface pop when you came back because we didn't think you were going to wrestle again. But now we got to start getting real Adam Cole here. Yeah. But what does that mean for this? What does it mean for the friendship? What does it mean? And there are a lot of questions that we want to see get answered. And because of that, it makes good television.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
Oh, I mean, once again, these guys can do no wrong. And I think my favorite thing out of all of this is the fact that, like, Tony Khan has a split personality when he has his glasses on and when he doesn't have them on.
Good.
Because, like, when he had them on, he's all mean boss and then when he came back out, he had the glasses off. He's like, okay, we good, guys? Great. It's like the whole last 2 minutes didn't happen with him going crazy.
Yeah.
Like, it was great.
It was beautiful.
So do you think this is MJF and Adam Cole writing this?
I think they have input.
I would imagine they have.
Yeah, I think it's heavily inputted with them.
Yeah, I think so. Like MJF is pretty smart when Jericho and him were together, like they were clearly writing that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
So
like Dinner Debonair and everything. That was a collaboration for sure.
Yeah. So we get MJF and Adam Cole in the ring. MJF line dancing, very humorous. Like he should be downtown at the honky tonks, doing a little line dancing, doing a little shaking, a little shucking, a little jiving. Kangaroo kick is awesome. The fact that he keeps talking about the kangaroo kick. MJF just looks touched. Like he is swimming in this current adoration that we're getting from the fans. It was just so awesome. Cole insisting he's going to do anything and everything to win. We get story time with MJF. MJF listed Cody and Cole as his dream opponents. Giving some love to the original All In and Tony Khan was freaking fan. I love because this show seems that it's coming around full circle. You know, we started with All In. If it wasn't for All In, All Elite Wrestling would not really exist. And now we're tying it all together because All In is now part of the property of AEW. It isn't a belt. It symbolizes the work it took to win. He mentioned during the commercial break when they got out of the Ferrari. By the way, Nashville has a Ferrari dealership. Like, that's how badass Nashville is. They have a Ferrari dealership.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that he mentioned Nashville hot chicken and then said Hattie B's, let me tell you something. I've been to Hattie B's.
I had Hattie B's in Vegas.
It is nothing compared to Prince's hot chicken. Prince's hot chicken is the best hot chicken in Nashville, bar none. And nothing against Hattie B's. But if you're from out of town and you want to try Nashville hot chicken, you go to Hattie B's. You live in the Nashville area, you go to Prince's, and you just cry and you weep because it's so freaking.
No, I'm not gonna try because I don't like hot stuff.
I'm gonna mail some to you, my friend. You're gonna have.
You better not.
I'm just saying, if you just mail
how would you
chicken
mail
I'll take
chicken?
some.
By the way,
I'm gonna put it in a metal box because it's so hot it will melt everything else.
It'll burn the.
I don't think you can do it, Jimmy. It's not gonna last.
Oh, dry ice, my friend.
Yeah. But I say a lot of the places in like the Midwest, they mail their food, like Portillo's, the hot dog place. They mail stuff all around.
I love Portillo's.
Like there's places in Baltimore, they ship their crab cakes all over the country.
Yeah, Jimmy's Famous Seafood.
Phillips does too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys are making me hungry. What the heck? Let's get back on track.
All right, so guess what? Aussie Open comes out and does the attack. MJF calls for the kangaroo kick. Oh, no, my friend. They go for the double clothesline. That misses. And then Cole, as MJF is holding the belt and talking smack to Aussie Open, Adam Cole is standing behind him, crouched, ready, looking like he's getting ready to super kick the living hell out of MJF. MJF turns around, Adam Cole goes, oh, hey, and a big hug. But, oh, my God. Trey J. Styles, you go first, man. What did you think of this?
I had actually predicted, that Aussie Open was definitely going to intervene in this particular segment.
Yeah.
I said, when this happens, we're going to get some interaction between Aussie Open and MJF and Adam Cole. And for a 0-hour match is one of probably the most anticipated 0-hour matches that we've ever had.
Yeah.
This is like the only 0-hour match with a build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than the ones that Danhausen was a part of, which, hope he gets well soon. But I don't know. Everything about this, I like. I'm just a fan of it. I've become a huge fan of Aussie Open, as you guys can tell with my patented,
United Empire.
A United Empire shirt.
Oh yeah.
Yep. So it was like it was out of nowhere. Because one was just like Great O'Con and them. I was like, nah. But Aussie Open has become it's just such a complete tag team. Yeah. Like they're the FTR that we didn't know about.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, they're the next generation FTR.
Yeah. Right. And this match is going to be amazing. And I'm hoping that something happens in 0-hour that has effects to the main event as well.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just, there's a lot to look forward to. And it's just, this is exciting.
I think it's going to make them buy the pay-per-view sort of thing. That's how big it's going to be.
Oh, definitely.
People are going to dump large sums of money to watch this because of 0-hour and because of the lead up to the.
They're like, I wasn't gonna buy this, but I have to.
Yeah, because you know what I'm surprisingly really looking forward to more than anything lately. I'm looking forward to the casino battle royal that has to happen at All Out now.
Yeah,
because there's got to be some fallout from All In that leads into a great story for that.
Yeah, absolutely. GM Joe, it's your turn.
MJF never ceases to amaze me with his promos.
No.
They're just he brings, you could tell this is real world stuff. And he just exaggerates it and turns it up to 10, and it's so great. I don't want this to end, and I was so excited when we got another video package this week because I didn't think we were going to get one.
Yeah.
But I really don't want this to end because this is really the best thing going in AEW at the moment.
I think it's the best thing going on in pro wrestling.
Yeah, probably. I think there's an argument for that to be made.
Yeah.
I had something else to say, and I just I completely forgot. So, but yeah.
You interject.
Yeah.
Backwards hat. My name is Canada Dry. What is your thoughts?
Yeah, like this promo by Adam Cole, like that was a good promo by Adam Cole.
Oh yeah,
but then MJF going, mine's better.
Yeah,
and sometimes when you say mine's better, you're like, yeah, sure, bud.
Yeah,
but his was better.
Yep.
I mean, if MJF says his is better, he's going to back it up.
Oh
yeah,
absolutely.
So yeah, the thing about Cody and being invited to All In and I don't know if he was ever a mid-carder that he said. He was pretty
He was upper mid-card for sure.
Yeah. He was never a mid-carder.
He was always a special attraction guy.
Yeah. Like when you get to interrupt Bret Hart.
Right. You know.
Yeah, make Bret Hart smile. Like that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But yeah, that promo by MJF, a lot of things he said there were top notch. The bending down of Adam Cole and teasing the kick.
Yeah.
That's interesting too.
It could go. I mean, everybody was expecting the MJF turn, but I mean, I will pop if Sunday night if Adam Cole turns on MJF. I am gonna literally jump out of my seat and pop.
I don't see how this friendship doesn't end.
Yeah,
at All In because
I know. I don't want it to.
No, I don't want it to either, but I don't see how it can get past that because they're both saying I will do anything for that title.
Yeah.
You know what I wanted to say real quick? There was clearly this could lead to an Adam Cole heel turn.
Yeah.
But this could also just drive MJF further down the road of being the sadistic evil heel that he was before. He's like, I opened my heart and you stomped on it, so I'm done.
Yeah.
And now you're going to see the real me.
Now I'm going to torture the living hell out of you.
Out of everybody. Yeah.
Yeah. So we get Renee Paquette in the back. She's in Nashville, ladies and gentlemen. She's with Jericho. Jericho starts talking, and my rumination is, are we getting an Ospreay versus Jericho match? Yeah, we are. So let's go to our third match. By God, Jeff Jarrett versus Jeff Hardy in a Texas Chainsaw Death match. Was he wearing a skin mask? Jeff Hardy comes out wearing a skin mask. He takes it off.
It was yes.
He's got face paint. Then he starts walking towards the inner depths of Bridgestone Arena. And I'm like, where's he freaking going? And then, of course, Karen shows up, of course, because you can't go around without a Karen.
Gotta have a Karen.
Satnam Singh with the attack and the overalls. And then out comes Matt Zay and Ethan Page. Then they douse him with blood. And then you know what? I don't like Karen Jarrett. I just don't. Like, she is the most annoying. Like, Vicky Guerrero looks like Mother Teresa compared to Karen Jarrett. That woman should just be locked in a garage and never allowed.
I don't want to see her on TV.
I don't. She is so freaking annoying. And it's just like, ugh, would somebody mute her? Like, all I could hear her is scream. And all I could think of is Temple of Doom, where Kate Capshaw screams 98% of the time in the Indiana Jones movie. You know what? I like to give, because I know that Jay Lethal watches our show. And so here's a little fashion advice. When you're buying cowboy boots, and the good chance is he bought them at the boot barn on Broadway, where you buy one pair and you get like 10 free, okay? And so he tucks his pants into his cowboy boots. And I'm just like, what the hell is Jay Lethal? First of all, why is he wearing cowboy boots?
Because it's Texas Chainsaw.
Yep.
Just horrible. It's because he's in Nashville. It was just.
But it's also Texas Chainsaw. They're Texas.
Yeah. During the final parts of the match, there was a lot of Yambag Yahtzee going on. Everybody was blowing everybody. And I just wanted Taz to say, Yambag Yahtzee! Then Leatherface comes out with a chainsaw and just starts chasing Karen Jarrett around. I'm like, thank God someone had the sense to try to saw her in half. And then Jeff Jarrett gets the win, and then they give him a belt, and it's got Leatherface's face on it. I'm like,
please just let this go to Jarrett's home. And
that is the ugliest title belt, I swear.
The one I made a mockery of with the chainsaw on looked better.
Oh God, I am going to 100% pay someone to replicate that belt for me because it's just so bad.
That might be available on shopaew.com.
I have a feeling it's going to be on shopaew.com. My God. Trey J, you go first. Your thoughts on the third match?
Well, I'm a little embarrassed now because I actually had fun with this. I thought it was hilarious. Seeing like Brother Zay in a fur coat, like Ethan Page kind of stole the show in this in a lot of different ways.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I think that we have our match for All In.
Yeah.
For them, we're gonna see the fourth planet. We're gonna see Lethal Planet Jarrett versus the Hardys and Zay and Ethan Page, and I'm like, let's definitely do that. Let's definitely make that happen. I'm not against this. It was definitely a nice palate warmer, and like whenever Jeff Jarrett wins a match, it's always a setup for something else. So
yeah,
I support this in its entirety, and I hope that we get more of it.
Yeah. I have a feeling it's going to be a 0-hour match. I don't know if it's going to make the main card.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which is fun.
Well, we hit the main spots here. Jeff can't bleed. You guys do know that, right? Like Jeff Hardy cannot bleed.
Yeah,
because his blood alcohol content is so high, it makes up for a hazardous workplace. But so the blood touch, the bucket of blood thing was pretty hilarious. Of course, we get our table spots. Everybody does something cool.
Yeah,
it really wasn't like ever meant to be a one-on-one match. So, this is probably one of the best ways to promote a video game. So,
it reeks of WWE because
it was better. It was better than the Mountain Dew match, though.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
or it's better than that. It was better than that zombie match that they had.
That didn't happen. That didn't happen. Don't you damn say it again. It did not happen.
I don't recall that ever happened.
Nope, never happened.
Never happened. Don't recall.
That's like when Jericho beat Triple H for the world title. It never happened.
Yeah, absolutely. Golden Graham, your thoughts?
This is the epitome of a Jeff Jarrett special. Is what this match was, and like you have noobs saying like, "Oh, it's embarrassing." I mean, I don't think so. When I hear a Jeff Jarrett match and it's a crazy stipulation, I know not to expect a wrestling match.
Yeah.
And it was fun. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think my favorite thing, though, is the fact that Brother Zay was nice enough to walk down the ramp and get to the pads before throwing Karen off his back.
Yeah.
That was nice.
He's like, don't drop me, don't drop me, don't drop me.
I will concur with that. You are correct. Camera dry. What the hell did you think of the third match?
I honestly didn't like this. I didn't
like
this. I can't ride your guys' train. Sorry. But it is what it is. They made a lot of money,
and that's what it's all about, was making money.
They made a lot of money promoting the video game.
Yeah.
But what I would have changed about it, I wouldn't have had all those guys a part of the match.
Yeah.
I would have had someone at the end screw Hardy out of it.
Yeah.
And I would have had a more in-ring focused thing, like a hardcore style match.
Yeah.
That's what I would have changed about it. Unless they were forced to do that stuff. Because sometimes your hands are tied.
Yeah.
That's what we want.
Yeah, absolutely.
Real quick before we move on to this, Mr. Isaacs, one of our great co-hosts on the channel here, in our group chat said he thinks that it was Tony Khan who was Leatherface.
There's no way.
I was like, if it was, that makes it so much more funny.
Oh, yeah.
I cannot picture Tony Khan operating that chainsaw properly.
It wasn't running.
Yeah, it wasn't running. That was noises piped in.
Oh,
it wasn't even
it could have been Joey then.
It was okay.
We have seen stranger things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll never know unless the dirt sheets tell us.
Yeah.
Then we have to believe them.
Breaking news on Sunday when we do our podcast.
Yep.
Tony Khan dressed up as Leatherface.
Plus, he didn't have on the glasses, so it could have been he could have went crazy.
Yeah. So let's go Britt Baker and DMD versus the Bunny, match number 4. Again, this is all about bringing it full circle. Britt Baker's coming out in the same ring attire that she wore at the original All-In, which I thought was freaking fantastic. Bunny looked really good. The Bunny looked really good as she walked into the ring. She was with Penelope Ford, Kip Sabian, the Butcher, and the Blade. Mm-hmm. But as she got in the ring and as she started wrestling, Bunny's really improved. Like, the Bunny really has picked up the pace. I mean, is she on the level of some, like Sheeta or any of those other women in AEW? No. I am not condoning the fact that this is going to be the next women's world champion, but she has done a lot of work to get better. So, of course, Britt goes in for the glove. Bunny steals, Penelope Ford steals it. And then Britt knocks her the frick out. And Britt gets the win. And now we have a fatal 4-way. It's going to be Toni Storm, Sheeta. It's going to be Ruby Soho and Britt Baker. Or no,
Ruby Soho's not in it.
Saraya.
I say they don't respect Ruby Soho.
I'm gonna bet
she couldn't even win the Owen Hart Cup.
Yeah.
She's the bride. Always the bridesmaid.
$1,000 that Saraya becomes the women's champion at all again.
I wouldn't be upset with that.
Yeah.
And then out comes Jamie Hayter, the challenger, to get the belt back. Just saying.
Yeah.
Let's go with Golden Graham first. Golden Graham, your thoughts on the 4th match of the evening?
I mean, it was fine.
Yeah.
Someone, I think it was Chaos who said it, like, this tournament was very predictable.
Yeah.
But there's not been anything horrible or really bad with it.
Yeah.
It's told a story. It's going to get us to All In. It's going to, like you say, come full circle.
Yeah.
I have no complaints for it.
Yeah. My name is Canada Dry.
Your name is JFB.
Oh, my name is JFB. Your name is Canada Dry.
I didn't enjoy this match at all.
Yeah.
It was just filler. It was just there to get Britt to All In.
Yep.
It wasn't a good match. I'm going to be honest. It wasn't a good match.
It was an okay match.
It was an okay match. It wasn't a good match, though.
Yeah.
I got to be honest.
Let's talk to the final boss of AFW, my friend Trey J. What are your thoughts?
I didn't watch this match.
Okay.
No, I'm for real. Like, I literally walked out of the room because my daughter wanted ice cream.
Yeah.
And like, I came back thinking it was going to be, okay, we're going to get some back and forth. They're going to give Bunny some time. You know, I had forgotten that there was going to be I didn't know the Acclaim was going to have a match. I had forgotten about the Young Bucks and the Hardys.
Yeah.
And I came back and I was like, all right, it's going to be time for this match because they're definitely going to give the women more time than they give them on SmackDown. And by the time
how long was this match, Trey J? 5 minutes?
You said what?
How long is this match? Was this 5 minutes? What was
it? It felt like I think it was under 5 minutes. Like it was like a 2-paragraph. We were to write about it. It would be like a 1.5 paragraph.
Yep.
It was quick. Like, but I think that was the problem with this. That like we knew as soon as they said these are the people who are going to vie for a spot. Oh yeah, we're going to give Toni Storm her rematch clause, and then the other 3 was like, oh yeah, it's kind of predictable. Like, don't get me wrong. The best thing about this entire match is like the character change that Toni Storm is going through with her, like being the distraught, like barefoot robe wearing. Yeah. Like, I love this.
Yeah.
This is what we should have got when she first came to AEW.
Yeah.
Like, they should have never pushed her as a face. They should have shown her like completely distraught from her time in WWE. Like, that would have been like, instead of people going on the mic and talking about how bad the time was in WWE, just have them look fucking distraught from their time in WWE.
Yeah, the fact though, like, oh,
like, you know, I'm dead. I'm so serious. Like, it would make so much, like, it would make it so much better, and it would be like more of a subtle jab.
Yeah. Just have like Drew McIntyre like sludge through and just look depressed with like dark circles around his eyes and be like,
absolutely. We can work with that. Like that's it right there.
Golden Gate, you go?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Let's go to our All-In lineup. So they go through the card. It's freaking amazing. Then we get Billy Gunn showing his retirement in the middle of the ring. Out comes the Acclaim. They're going to take on the effing interns. Lights go out. Guess who shows up? When the lights go out, it's House of Black. Brody King, my best friend. My newest best friend in the entire world. Brody King, looking awesome. Knocks out Max Caster. Knocks him the frick out. House of Black cleaning the Acclaim's clock. Let's not. You know, it is what it is. It's setting up for obviously for a House of Black versus Acclaim match.
Yeah.
I want to get
with Billy Gunn coming back for them to win the trios titles.
Yes, of course. Yeah. Because old wrestlers never die or retire. They just take time off and then come back later as a run-in. Let's go to match number 6. This is our main event. We're talking about Bullet Club, the Guns, versus the Bucks. Here are a couple of my notes. Bucks not wasting any time. Super kicks in stereo, my friends. Yep. Bucks on the offense early. Offense swings to the Guns. Guns with the effective offense. Great hot tag by Matt Jackson. Nick, dude, that guy is like a freaking wound up spring. That guy was just bouncing freaking everywhere. Colton with the save. Here comes Jay White and soft serve Soda Pop Jones, and then FTR shows up. Oh God, and that's how we end this. That's how we end the show. Ken the Dry, you go first. Your thoughts on the main event?
I love the start of this. You get that cool entrance by the Guns, and then all of a sudden, super kick party. Oh yes, great start to the match. Good back and forth.
Yeah.
And then you get a steel win by the Young Bucks.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because that helps the Guns not look so bad in their loss.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you get the Bullet Club attacking.
Yep.
And you get the FTR coming to save. But they also did the bend. What's with the bending on your knees before an attack? Like, let me crouch down because it's much more Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon-ish.
Yeah.
But yeah.
But the audience, because Stone Cold and The Rock used to do it.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, it was a great match and it was a great finish to the show. Much better finish than last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Trey J, your thoughts?
This match was solid. Like for the Guns. I've always felt like the Guns are like the most protected team in all of AEW. Honestly, I feel like they went on like a 50-0 win streak to start off with. Every time they go into these matches, it's like they're beyond protected until it's like comeuppance day, like their FTR match.
Yeah.
It's just it's a lot, and I think they are good. I know it seems so weird to say. Like I wouldn't have probably been able to say that a year ago, but like they're actually good.
Yeah.
Like they're very entertaining. I love their entrance.
Yeah.
I putting them in Bullet Club Gold is a fantastic choice.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Bucks, the Bucks worked for this one. I mean, the Bucks really had to tell a good story in this. It wasn't just, it wasn't just Super Kick Party. It was like, this is for a purpose. Like the idea that the Bucks had to jump the Guns says a lot for the Guns.
Oh yeah.
And I like that. I like the fact that in the end, you got Bullet Club Gold coming out, then you got FTR coming out, then you kind of have this awkward moment with all of them. And that's how the show ends. Like that's a good way to have your show before your go home show end.
Yeah.
Especially with FTR coming off a loss.
Yeah.
So a lot to say there.
Yep.
All for it.
Golden Graham, your turn.
Yeah, I really enjoyed this match. I enjoyed the beginning where they just super kick them and then they just like stole the gun spotlight and did their pose. Loved that. I think my biggest thing is I don't understand why the rest of Bullet Club wasn't out there. Like, that's the main thing Bullet Club does. They go everywhere together. They always have the numbers. They always make it an unfair match.
Yep.
I don't understand why they didn't come out till after the match was over. Like, to me, it would have made more sense, like, for Bullet Club to be out there the whole time and then to have FTR come out and make the save to even up the numbers.
Yeah. Yep.
That was my only complaint. Like, other than that, like, I still hate the Guns. I hate them. I hate not so much Colton, the tall one.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't like his little brother. His little brother's annoying. I can't stand him.
He's a good rapper, though.
I just don't care about rap music. That's probably my thing. So
now, because rap is crap.
You remember that?
Yeah, I'm Kurt Hennig from WCW. Rap is crap. No, I'm just kidding.
Willie Nelson.
Like, I say that, but I don't really mean that because I prefer the '90s rap.
Yeah.
All the good rap, not this mumble jumble. I can't understand what you're saying stuff.
Yeah.
You sound old when you say that.
I am old. I'm almost 40. I admit it.
Being almost 40 isn't old on this show.
They play today.
I need this new rap stuff to get off my lawn.
And then the other thing, for a pair of sons who in kayfabe absolutely hate their father.
Yeah.
They are their father.
Oh, yeah.
Mannerisms, the wrestling moves. I'm like, even the DX crotch chop. I'm like, do something to make yourself stand out differently. Yeah. If you tweet every week before, like he tweeted out today.
If you really hate your father, you become the thing you hate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, that should have been a slow burn thing, not a right out the jump.
Yeah. Shouldn't have been a rush out the door like that.
Right.
So if you're wondering who brought you, who is the paid advertisement for this main event that we're talking about, that's FTW. It's FTW Wrestling. Fight the World Professional Wrestling School. That's right, Tampa, Florida. You want to learn from, say, two amazing NWA wrestlers like Brian Idol, Natalia Markova? Go to Tampa, $250 a month. When you're not in school, drive Uber, work at a gas station, whatever it takes to pay the bills so that you can become a professional wrestler. All you have to do is, of course, go to
FightTheWorldWrestling.com.
Yeah, FTWProWrestling.com. Sign up, go down there, have Natalia Markova put you into a Snapmare Dragon Suplex, have Brian Idol give you a BTE trigger, whatever.
Yeah.
That's where you're going to learn it. All right, so we're going to drive before we start getting into our rigmarole, favorite matches, all this stuff. What is on the schedule for this week?
All right, so tomorrow, Liam is doing an interview with, they're called The Freak Show.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you know them. They should be showing these pictures. They're these clowns that are dressed up.
Yeah.
It's freaky looking.
Yeah.
So he's going to be interviewing them. And apparently they're going to be all in makeup. So they stay in kayfabe.
Okay.
Which will be interesting.
Sounds cool.
I'm digging it.
And then on Friday, we are talking about, on Wrestle Paranormal, we're talking about The Bus Ride from Hell.
Okay.
This is the story, a true crime story of the Greyhound passenger who had his head cut off.
Oh my God.
Yeah. The guy went crazy. He thought everyone was aliens, and the guy sitting next to him, he cut off his head. We're gonna go over this on Friday.
Okay.
All right.
And of course, on Saturday we have another episode of Magic Wrestling. They're going to do the British wrestling scene.
Yeah.
Liam and then his right side of the pond sort of thing. And then, of course, if JFB doesn't have work, we're going to do Collision After Dark. And then we're going to come up with something. JFB and Golden Graham and I, we're going to come up with something for Sunday with the All Up in Wrestling show.
We're going to come up with something sexy. sexy. That's what I'm saying. Tune in.
I love it how all the shows are planned out. I'm like, what are you going to do?
Noob, best comment of the night. The bus ride from hell is way better than the plane ride from hell.
I don't
know. I don't
disagree.
think so.
No one on the plane lost their head, okay?
Yes, I'd rather be watching Ric Flair do the helicopter than watch this guy hold up.
He lost his mind. He lost his damn mind, but he did not lose his head. That is for sure.
Yeah.
So let's get to our favorite match and favorite match and segment and give it our bell ratings. I'm going to go with Canada Dry first.
All right. My favorite match of the night is Orange Cassidy and Wheeler Yuta. And obviously Adam Cole and MJF are segment of the night. Yep. Yes. And I'm going to give this show 4 bells.
Okay.
If it wasn't for that money match there with the Texas Chainsaw, I'd give it a little higher.
Yeah. Okay. Let's go to the final boss of AFW, Trey J Styles. Your turn.
I just want to point out, like, just because I feel braggadocious today, I didn't go perfect today in AFW, so that's kind of a thing. I actually did pick Jeff Jarrett to win this match.
Do you use that in regular life?
I figured I should just randomly throw that in there. I mean, it's like final boss, perfect score. That guy, officially cashed in for the effing world championship. I don't know. But I'm going with the Wheeler Yuta segment. I love the match. I like the afterwards. The fact that Eddie Kingston came back. The fact that they've figured out a way to put 12 people in a single match.
Yeah.
The fact that Wembley Stadium is like one of the largest stadiums in the world, and they're going to do Stadium Stampede. That match is going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
And that's going to be fantastic. I love the fact that they said.
I feel like there's going to be a moment where like, not the fishing chaps.
I hope so. Because they fought in the bar the first time, right? Yeah. The one in Jacksonville Stadium.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the first one, they were drinking beer and milk.
Yeah.
That's right. And, my favorite segment is Sting.
Yeah.
I love Joker Sting. I love the, having Prince Nana and all that. That was amazing to me because just to see Sting be so youthful. I'm going to give this show a 3.5 because it wasn't the best show, but it wasn't supposed to. Like, if I would have been here last week, I would have told you this show is not going to be the best show because the go home show is still there. This show they can afford to punt.
Yeah,
they didn't punt because the Tony Khan thing was great. There were so many different parts of this that could have been segment of the night, but I thoroughly enjoyed this show. So 3.5 stars for me.
Okay. Golden Graham.
Yeah, I hate to sound like a broken record, but favorite match is OC. And I mean, I tried to think of a different match and
No, it's okay. You be you.
Yeah.
Even though you're copying me.
So normally I would say MJF is my segment, but actually I'm going to go with Jericho and Don Callis.
That was pretty damn good.
Really enjoyed that segment. And I'm giving I was, not to say in a bad way, sports entertained tonight. Like I loved 98% of everything that happened. So I'm giving this 4.25 bells.
Okay. All right.
Well, you got some math ahead of you there, Tricky.
I know, 4.25 bells. Like, way to go. What'd you say, Canada Dry? Would you say 3?
I said 4.
You said 4. Okay.
Time to break.
Wait, I'm the lowest so far?
Yeah.
You're the lowest.
Damn, B, save me. Say 3.
I don't think that's happening.
I don't either.
It ain't happening. My favorite, here's the thing. This had the opportunity to either blow up in their face or to set up the stepping stones and the foundation for the go-home show. And man, did they freaking deliver. Favorite segment was MJF and Adam Cole. It will never get old because it will never get to that point where it's just stretched out for the sake of stretching it out. It's
like the bloodline?
Yeah, it's going to come to an organic conclusion. And that is rightfully so. That's how it should be. Favorite match? You know what? It's Wheeler. And it's Wheeler, Yuta, and Orange Cassidy. You don't realize how important the opening match of a show is until you watched it and you go, holy shit. Like, this is how you start a show. WWE doesn't do this. They don't do it in NXT. They don't do it on SmackDown. They don't freaking do it on Raw. They don't even do it in their pay-per-views. They are so far behind in terms of producing quality television that makes you want to buy the pay-per-view.
Do you think that WWE will start doing that with their matches at the beginning of shows eventually?
No, because the problem is, as long as Senior McMahon is in charge of WWE, it's never going to happen.
Like, what did they open SummerSlam with?
Logan Paul.
Yeah,
that was a bad start to the show.
Is it as good as Orange Cassidy versus Wheeler Yuta though? No, it wasn't even close.
I mean, but to be fair, you had to get through like 10 minutes of video packages
Yes,
before you got to the first match.
Yeah. And I'm going to say number of bells, 4.5.
Ooh.
This was such, and the only reason why I took a half a bell off is because of Karen Jarrett. Someone just lock her in a car and keep the air on so, you know, she doesn't pass out or anything. But my God, seriously, get rid of her. She does not need or deserve to be on TV. She just screams. That's all she does. Just screams. So 4.5 bells. What's our combined score, Trey J?
Combined score for today is 6.25 for a total of what the technical term would be of 4 1/16 total bells.
Yeah.
Average bells. Right.
So we're at an hour and 21 minutes here. So let's forego the advertising and just end the show.
Okay.
Get it right. Like, it's my bedtime.
On behalf of Golden Graham, on behalf of Canada Dry, on behalf of Trey J Styles, I am and always will be the JFB.
And I just want to, we like to encourage people here on the channel. You know, sometimes life is hard.
Yeah.
And stuff happens. Friends break your heart. Divorces happen.
Yep.
Just things happen that just bring you down. But the important thing is that whatever you do, like if you don't have friends, we'll be your friend and we'll lift you up.
Yeah.
And, you know, just you got to pick yourself up, dust yourself off, and just keep fighting.
Hell yeah. Hit it! This has been an effing worldwide media production. You can find us on all social media platforms like Facebook, Twitter, and others. Head over to our YouTube channel at youtube.com/effing wrestling. And while you're there, click like and subscribe. Want some swag? Head to our store at prowrestlingtees.com/effing wrestling. You can find all these links and much more at our awesome website, effingwrestling.com. As the JFB always says, you can book it.
A stupid, naive, silly little goose.
Why did we have that? There was definitely a point for that.